And welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma. Fox College football is presented by Geico. Now let's go downstairs where moments ago our Christina Pink caught up with Oklahoma head coach Bob Stoops.
Thanks, Gus. Coach, last season the West Virginia game was a track meet, but you retooled this defense in the offseason. With the ULM game, you guys get the shutout. How do you keep that consistency tonight?
Well, we got to play similar to what we did a week ago. We were very sound assignment-wise. We played fast. We were physical. We tackled well. Those will all be keys today.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Christina. Folks, it's hot here in Norman. 96 degrees at kickoff time. Hot and humid. Perfect football weather when you're the Big 12.
It's actually cool for Oklahoma. It was 100 degrees at kickoff last week against Louisiana Monroe.
Oklahoma won the toss. They deferred, so West Virginia will receive. Nick Hodgson will send it away for the Sooners. Smallwood and Mario Alford are back deep for West Virginia. Last time these two teams met, a year ago in Morgantown, 50-49, Oklahoma. And we're underway. This is Alford allowing it to go out of the end zone. And the West Virginia Mountaineers will start from their 25-yard line. And now here are the Husqvarna high-performance players to watch. Brought to you by Husqvarna.
Last year we saw Tavon Austin shred Oklahoma. Charles Sims will try to do the same thing from his position. Quentin Spain is their most experienced offensive lineman. On defense, Corey Nelson doesn't come off the field now at linebacker, and Aaron Colvin is all-conference and preseason All-American as a cornerback.
The starting quarterback for West Virginia, Paul Millard, last week versus William & Mary. He started 8 of 8, finished 19 of 25 for 237 yards and a touchdown. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Sims is the pistol back. And he'll give it to him on first down. Charlie Sims, the Houston transfer, and Charles Tapper jumps on his back and brings him down.
Keep an eye on Oklahoma's defensive alignment early. They've come out with an odd man front, 3 down linemen now. There used to be a 4 down line team almost exclusively. They've come out with 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and extra defensive backs. They want more speed on the field to combat the spread offenses that they face weekly.
Second down and 7 at the 28. 3-yard pickup for Sims. Dreamer Smith wears number 2 in the backfield with Sims and Millard. Smith in motion. Here's Millard, all day to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket, lets it go underneath, and caught. Sims out of the backfield with the reception. And Charlie Sims knocked out by Quentin Hayes after a gain of 24 yards.
In the pregame, all we talked about was Trevor Knight, the quarterback for Oklahoma, and his ability to use his legs. Paul Millard did exactly that on that play by extending the life of that one to allow Charles Sims to get open, and he delivers downfield for a nice gainer.
West Virginia trailed at halftime against William & Mary, and a timeout called by OU. But West Virginia trailed at halftime against William & Mary, but when you watch the second half, Millard came back in the game, he settled his team down, and they looked extremely well coming back to beat William & Mary, the Tribe.
Able to get going off of play action as the run game kept improving for West Virginia last week.
Time now for today's Keys to the Game, presented by Ford.
We expect more pressure from this Oklahoma defense in their 3-3-5 or 3-2-6 alignment. So if you're pressed and you're West Virginia, find a way to block it and attack it downfield. If you're Oklahoma, I think plays are there to be made against the cornerbacks of West Virginia tonight. So when they get an opportunity, favorable down and distance, play long toss. Take your shots downfield.
So Oklahoma had to call an early timeout. They've changed their defense from a 4-3 to a 3-4. And talking to Mike Stoops, the defensive coordinator, it's very difficult for all defenses when you're facing teams that want to play fast, especially the substitution.
That means everything that you do during the week is critical because you have to win the game before you get here. Adjustments on the fly are tougher to do. Adjustments, substitutions, knowing assignments.
First down and 10 at the 48. And now a timeout.
West Virginia takes their first timeout of the half. 37 seconds remaining.
Amazing, isn't it? You have a timeout, you're coming out of a timeout, and you don't have everything you want to work with. In other words, did you have the right personnel in the game? Did you have the right play call? That didn't happen. West Virginia had to take a timeout and gave one back to Oklahoma.
That's 42-year-old Dana Holgerson. Third year at West Virginia, 18-9 overall record, 0-1, which was the game last year against Oklahoma. And in 2012, the Mountaineers started well, 5-1, were ranked in the top 10, and then finished 7-6 after a loss to Syracuse in the Pinstripe Bowl. Things just collapsed in the second half of the season for the Mountaineers.
And we saw them beat Texas at Texas, and at that time, I don't think either one of us foresaw the kind of finish West Virginia had last year. They were flying high at that point in the season.
Mountaineers back on the field. First down and 10 at the 48. Dreamus Smith, the pistol back behind Millard. Here's Smith running straight ahead. Runs into a pile and goes down. Maybe a yard on the play.
Notice something there, Gus? Look at West Virginia. What are they doing? What is that?
They're huddling.
That's a huddle? I didn't know those existed anymore in college football.
Second down and 9 for Millard from Flower Mound, Texas. And he throws far side, flag on the play. There is a flag on the play as Jordan Thompson came up with the reception.
Personal foul. Shot block. Offense number 2. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
That's Smith.
Dreamus Smith in the backfield. West Virginia had the same call go against him against William and Mary. And see the block there. The reason is he's engaged right there with number 88, Cody Clay. When you're engaged with another blocker, you can't do that. You can't go down and chop him at that point. They call that pinning and posting, and that's illegal, and West Virginia was caught for it.
So that'll make it second down and 24 at the 38-yard line. All the momentum West Virginia had on their opening drive being sucked out of them. Here's Millard scampering, and he'll just dump it down.
Very smart play by the quarterback, Millard. It was a screen pass that was set up, and Oklahoma had a defense perfectly. And he threw it right to the ground near the back to make sure it wasn't picked off, and he didn't take a sack.
Charles Tapper with pressure. Number 91 for OU. So third down and long. Mountaineers need to get to the Oklahoma 48-yard line for a first down.
Keep an eye out now on defense for number 19, Eric Stryker, outside linebacker and blitzer.
Alford in motion, and they give it to him. He tries to turn the corner and goes down at the 41. Nice pursuit, Gino Grissom, along with Zach Sanchez on the play.
So when we talk with the Oklahoma coaches, Gus, and they talked about getting more speed on the field, I think we're seeing evidence of that early in this game, aren't we? It's an increased speed from Oklahoma, better flexibility and chasing the football better than we saw last year.
Jalen Saunders back deep, allows it to take a bounce, and it takes a West Virginia bounce and will be down at the 10-yard line. A 50-yard punt. So coming up, West Virginia allows this young man to come on the field for the first time. Redshirt freshman Trevor Knight right after the break. Let's take a quick look at our Husqvarna high-performance players to watch.
Trey Millard is the ultimate chess piece for Oklahoma. He'll line up all over. Jalen Saunders is their leading receiver. Isaiah Bruce is a blitzer for West Virginia, and Carl Joseph, their leading tackler last year.
First down and 10, and Knight will run it on first down and get to the 20-yard line. Close to a first down. Last week against Louisiana Monroe, he was 11 of 28, 87 yards, but he threw 3 touchdowns. He also rushed 13 times for 103 yards.
His throwing will smooth out, I believe, tonight. We watched him in practice on Thursday. I thought he threw it very well in that practice session.
Out of Ronald Reagan High School in San Antonio, 2nd and 1 at the 19. Brennan Clay the long setback, and this one danger for Oklahoma. West Virginia may have it. No, they don't.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 9. Loss of down at the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
Watch on the snap. Watch Trevor Knight's head. I think he's looking elsewhere, and the ball is snapped before he was ready for it. Gabe Eichert, the all-conference, all-American center, snapped the football, and Trevor Knight's eyes were elsewhere. You see that? Look how he's looking off. He didn't get his eyes back in time to catch the football. Then he's there trying to make a play to save the sack and gets called for intentional grounding. Oklahoma backed up.
So now the Sooners with the loss of down. 3rd down and 19 at their own 1. Play clock winding down. And they'll be conservative and hand it off to Brennan Clay. Brennan Clay! Uh-oh! What a move! And what a run! Bread and butter. Oklahoma style.
Left side of their offensive line, and Trey Miller, number 33, sealed the block on the end, and Brennan Clay used his eyes to carry his feet to the open area of the field, vaults through it, and picks up big yardage for a 1st down.
And with that run, he becomes the 70th OU player to surpass 1,000 career rushing yards. Last week, he carried it 8 times for 43.
That was an advantage West Virginia just squandered, putting Oklahoma in a very tough position, backed up at their own goal line, and they let them out on one big sprint.
1st down and 10 at the 34. OU with breathing room now. Clay the pistol back. They give it to him low. Keeps his balance, and he will be tackled for a loss at the 25. Will Clark.
The initial hit, though, comes from Darwin Cook. Watch him come off the edge. The Cookie Monster with the big blow. How Clay kept his feet, I'm not sure. And then Will Clark comes and cleans up with help from Jared Barber. But the initial play was Darwin Cook off the edge with a big blow against Brennan Clay.
So a loss of 8 after a gain of 33 yards. And when you watch the second half of West Virginia last week against William & Mary, you saw the improvement, especially on defense. These corners are more experienced, they're bigger, they're stronger, and it looks like some things are working in the on the positive side for the WVU defense.
And we see Eric Kinsey, a starting defensive lineman, being helped up. I'm with you on that, Gus, and I think it starts with Keith Patterson, their new defensive coordinator, who I believe in the offseason when he took the job, he had to do more than teach new defense. He had to play Dr. Phil. He had to hug these guys up, because last year you're the number 108 defense out of 120 in the country and getting torched every week. He had to get their mentality back in shape to make them feel good about themselves. And so far in the early going, it's working.
He replaced Joe DeForest, who's now the associate head coach and special teams coach. 2nd down and 18 at the 26. Knight over the middle. Incomplete. That one sailing high. Intended for LaColton Vester. So a lot of high throws for Trevor Knight last week against Monroe.
You could understand it in week 1 because he's probably very hyped up, his first start ever. They've got to see him settle down and start to make the throws that they know he's capable of making.
Did end up with 3 touchdown passes, though.
And anytime you see him in this spot going down the line of scrimmage that way, that means he's changing the play from the sideline, communicating it to the offensive lineman individually.
3rd down and 18. He steps up in the pocket looking for the 1st down, and he will not get it. Well shy of the 1st down marker as he's tackled at the 35 by K.J. Dillon.
Well, West Virginia let them out of the shadow of their goal line, but they didn't get despondent after the big run by Clay. They came back and strung together a good series and forced a punt from Oklahoma.
That brings on Jed Barnett, a junior college transfer from Laney College, to punt it away. Mario Alford standing at his own 13-yard line. Here's Alford with the fair catch signal and has it at the 15. A 50-yard punt. So both teams struggling on offense on their first series. Here comes West Virginia. Let's see if they can pull it together. And we'd like to welcome the men and women in uniform serving around the world, watching tonight's broadcast in 175 countries on AFN, the American Forces Network. Thanks for all you do. First down and 10 at the 15 for West Virginia. Millard underneath. Kevin White with the grab and a crawl forward and pick up the first down. The junior from Plainfield, New Jersey, Aaron Colvin with the tackle.
And Kevin White did not play last week, an injured foot. This is his first action as a Mountaineer from Lackawanna Junior College. And they think he's got big play potential written all over him.
He'll pick up 10. A first down at the 25. Second series for the Mountaineers. Charles Sims, the lone setback behind Millard. Here's Millard with time underneath and incomplete. That one thrown behind to Keel Shorts, but Shorts was open.
And you called it perfectly, partner. Plenty of time for Paul Millard. He's got to complete that throw. Now, Shorts, as a receiver, his receivers coach is going to say, you need to catch that one. All right, Lonnie Galloway, when he gets sideline, you have to catch it. But you described it perfectly. It was a little bit behind him. Millard needs to be a little more accurate so he can keep the sticks moving downfield.
Second down and 10 to the 25. Split backfield out of the gun. Millard will hand it off to Sims. And Sims. No, make that. Dreamin' Smith breaks it outside, gets the midfield, down the sideline. See you later. Touchdown, 75 yards. We told you at the top of our broadcast, folks, that this could be a ground and pound day.
Dreamin' Smith's supposed to be a power back with not much speed. One missed tackle, two, three missed tackle. There's a missed tackle right there as he slips through it. Now he gets out to the corner, gets a good block on the corner, and then what? He out-sprints the Oklahoma defense to the end zone.
And Josh Lambert comes in, adds the extra point. And with 8:54 to play in the first quarter, West Virginia strikes first blood, and they do it on the ground. It was all a dream. Let's go back in time, folks. 1982. The last time West Virginia traveled to Norman to take on 9th-ranked Oklahoma, Penn State transfer Jeff Hostetler passed for 321 yards and 4 touchdowns en route to a 41-27 victory. And there he is, made the trip. We talked to athletic director Oliver Luck yesterday. He said Jeff was coming down and the Hoss is here.
And not only that, he married his college head coach, Don Nalen's daughter. And when you play that well, you can date the head coach's daughter.
Well, Oklahoma will return it. Here's Brennan Clay. And Clay advancing to the 22-yard line before being brought down.
You remember why Haas transferred out of Penn State? Todd Blackledge. He became the starting quarterback, and he wanted a chance to play. Now Bob Stoops wants to see if his young quarterback, Trevor Knight, can get his offense going.
Bob Stoops in July had his contract extended through 2020. 8 wins from passing Barry Switzer as Oklahoma's all-time winningest coach. First down and 10 at the 22 for Trevor Knight and the Sooners. Damian Williams in the backfield now. And they'll give it to him running right. And Williams upended. Kwiatkowski with his nose on the ball. No gain on the play.
I know it's early, but these are definitely not the 2012 West Virginia Mountaineers on defense.
I told you, they look so much better. Aggressive and confident. Here's a bootleg. Knight, near side. Nice grab. Bester climbed the ladder, brought it down. The senior from Scuba, Mississippi. His nickname, Scuba.
But you like here that Ishmael Banks is on the play. He catches the ball, no yards after catch, puts him down on the spot. Playing with confidence on the corner after a very tough 2012 when the whole secondary was torched.
Gain of 6, 3rd and 4. At the 28. Watch Knight, he's got great legs. He'll let it go! And some hard hitting going on this field by West Virginia. K.J. Dillon bringing the pain.
As soon as the ball is caught, last 2 plays for Oklahoma. The one was completed to Besker. This one to Shepard. On both occasions, the defensive back for West Virginia, one step and was there to affect the hit on the receiver. That one knocked free. Oklahoma has to punt it again.
Jed Barnett once again, last week versus Louisiana Monroe, 7 punts, averaging close to 46 yards. He goes down, a flag. And Oklahoma may have caught a break. Barnett getting up slowly.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That'd be Darryl Worley, the freshman defensive back. And this is one of those plays where they had the momentum. They were excited, amped up because of an excellent defensive series. And the young freshman trying to make a play instead puts his defense right back on the field.
And I know Dana Holgerson will have words for the freshman, but early on in this game, you have to like the intensity, the physicality that West Virginia is playing with.
They are playing with all of that, and if I'm Oklahoma with this down in distance and favorable field position, I think they've got to push the ball downfield in the pass game and try and loosen them up a little bit.
First down, here's a handoff to Williams. Breaks it back as he crosses the 45-yard line. Jared Barber, first man to him.
I think even if they're not successful completing a pass, they've got to push it downfield a little bit, Gus, because right now what you're getting from West Virginia is that aggressiveness you're talking about. They're huddling up, they're cuddling up on these receivers, getting all close, push them deep, and make them respect them a little bit. Otherwise, you have a tough time completing the short passing game.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Trevor Knight will let it slide. Out of the pocket, underneath, that one low, but caught at the 40-yard line by Saunders.
He had a couple of drops last week against Louisiana Monroe, and he went home and watched the tape, and you know what he did? 100 push-ups to punish himself for the drops. Not tonight.
Oklahoma playing fast after the 13-yard gain. Damian Williams, the senior from San Diego. And Kyle Rose, first man to him on the tackle. So Trevor Knight, one of 5 freshman quarterbacks to start and win in week 1.
I have to check with replay.
The ball was low. It looked like it may have touched the ground before being caught.
But they got another play in after that. I didn't know that you could go back on replay after that. I mean, they already ran the play. So I don't know how you can buzz down now. It's too late.
Let's go back to the previous play.
See, Knight gets out of the pocket and throws. Saunders goes down and catches the football. So if that's the play in question, it's too late.
The replay pager went off after the ball was snapped. The previous play is not reviewable.
Bob Stoops says, I'll take it. 6:40 to play in the first. Herky-jerky first quarter for both teams. 2nd and 5 at the 35.
See Brendan Clay lined up in the backfield. Trey Miller, terrific blocker, all-around player. I think he's their best player on offense, although the numbers won't reflect it.
Knight hands it off. And Brendan Clay going straight ahead. Picks up a couple. Witkowski with the tackle again. That's just a great name for a linebacker. Witkowski.
It's funny because his coach, Keith Patterson, says it just sounds like a Penn State linebacker's name.
Certainly does.
And he has really developed. He came out of high school at safety, started at West Virginia as an outside linebacker, built himself up into a tough inside linebacker. 52% last year on third downs for Oklahoma.
3rd and 3 at the 33. And now a timeout, the second timeout called by the Mountaineers.
West Virginia takes their second timeout of the half.
So we'll take a quick break. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. West Virginia on top, but Oklahoma driving. Threes are wild for the Oklahoma Sooners. 3rd down and 3 at the 33.
And for young quarterbacks, picking up key third downs is a great way to show your growth.
Knight hands it off, playing, looking for the first down, and has it at the 27. Witkowski again on the tackle, but a first down OU.
Notice the biggest runs tonight for Oklahoma have come over the left side of the line. 71, Tyrus Thompson at left tackle. Adam Shedd, 74 at guard. Gabe Eichert at center.
Knight rolling out of the pocket with time in the end zone, and incomplete. Saunders, the intended receiver, but he ran out of real estate.
The good thing Trevor Knight did was he threw it deep enough so that the only person who was going to get it was going to be Saunders. And if he came down inbounds, it was a bonus. He didn't throw it short and let the defensive back make a play on it in the end zone, and it could have been a drive-killing interception.
2nd and 10 at the 28. Play in motion. Knight underneath. Great throw. Nice catch. And Shepard losing his footing, but he gained 7 on the play.
I think he saw so much open field. He tried to get going too fast. See how he catches it? And he's like, oh, look at it. Look at the block he got inside there from his offensive lineman. Casatati was also out in front. He had a clear path, and he tried to go too fast and ran himself into the ground.
3rd down and 3 from the West Virginia 21-yard line.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And that's Tyrus Thompson, the redshirt junior from Pflugerville, Texas, left tackle.
Have we ever seen anyone get a false start or anything and really just accept it? Or they always go, what, me? Couldn't have been me.
They back it up 5 yards, 3rd and 8 at the 26. Knight steps into his throw, and incomplete. His receiver tripping. Jazz Reynolds wanted a flag, but it looks like the turf monster keeps reaching up and grabbing guys.
And look over to this side of the field, because if Trevor Knight looks left, look at that. And Jalen Saunders was wide open. If he looks left, Jalen Saunders is still running into the end zone with the ball.
So that brings on Michael Honeycutt in to attempt a 44-yard field goal. Clean snap, nice hold. And pure. 4:22 to play in the first quarter. Oklahoma on the board now. 7-3 though, West Virginia. Seven to 3, West Virginia. 44-yard field goal for Michael Honeycutt. Gives the Sooners 3 points, but they had a lot of opportunity on that drive.
Especially the last pass that went awry, trying to hit Jazz Reynolds to the right. One quick movement to the left. Jalen Saunders wide open in the middle of the field. I think they had a bust in coverage on that side for West Virginia. They were fortunate. Oklahoma ends up with 3 instead of a potential 6.
Nick Hobson ready to send it away. Smallwood, Alford, back deep. And this one kicked out of the end zone once again. Now let's go to Patrick O'Neill in our Fox College Saturday studios, where Lowe's never stop improving.
Okay, thanks, Gus. At Athens, big SEC tilt between South Carolina and Georgia. Aaron Murray scrambling out. Check out Justin Scott Wesley, the speed 85-yard touchdown, 41-30. Bulldogs with a big goal line stop, and they have just run off some serious clock. They may hang on to win this one. Gus and Charles.
Patrick, that's a big one for Georgia. Not only getting back right and getting a win, but a huge win for Aaron Murray, their quarterback, in a big game.
From the 25, Millard finding Sims out of the backfield. And that's a 2-yard gain. Frank Shannon defensively for OU.
In the pregame, Coach Bob Stoops of Oklahoma told Christina Pink, our sideline reporter, that they were good in the first game because one of the things they did was they tackled well. On the touchdown run by Dreamer Smith, that was not in evidence. But you can see the speed, and when they rallied to the football and tackle well, it's an improved Oklahoma defense too.
Second down and 8 at the 27. Straight ahead, Sims breaks it back. First down and more. An 11-yard gain. And a first down for West Virginia.
Essentially, that's an offset power eye set. And look at the vision and the footwork by Charles Sims. Starts left, sees the hole back to the right, makes the cut, and gets straight upfield and gets all he can, finishing the run impressively. You can see why they're so excited to get him from the University of Houston, where he played actually for Dana Holgerson when he was an offensive coordinator there.
7 first downs for West Virginia. Here's Millard under pressure, and he gets rid of it. Now remember, last week against Monroe, Oklahoma didn't give up a first down rushing the entire game.
And tonight you see part of the strategy of West Virginia. They expect the pressure out of this new 3-3-5 stack that Oklahoma is running at them. They expect more guys trying to get to the quarterback, so they want to try and slow it down with some screens. Running back screens, we've seen some wide receiver screens. The 2 running back screens have not been successful thus far. Mike Stoops, the defensive coordinator in his second year back at Oklahoma.
Former head coach at Arizona. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Millard. And he kind of lost that one in the air for Kevin White. And out of bounds.
It would have been a tough one to fit in, wouldn't it? That was good coverage underneath. Looked like number 9, Gabe Lynn, and over the top is Aaron Coleman, their All-American corner.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 38 for the Mountaineers.
Let's see if Oklahoma decides to bring pressure at Paul Millard and rush 5 or more on this snap.
Millard underneath to his tight end, McCartney. And that's Nelson coming up with the tackle. Corey Nelson, the senior from Dallas Skyline High School. And that'll force the Mountaineers to punt it away.
One of their better players, and what they noticed last year is they had him on the sidelines too often. They vowed this year that he would stay on the field for almost every snap on defense, and it paid off on that one.
O'Toole from the 25. Saunders. Fair caught at the 15. A 45-yard punt. Now tonight, college football on Fox Sports 1 continues as the Washington State Cougars head to Los Angeles to try and upset 25th ranked USC in the Pac-12 opener for both teams. Our full day of college football continues tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. Lane Kiffin, the head coach at SC, with a little pressure on him this year.
Gus, you and I were throwing the ball around a little bit at Oklahoma's practice the other day. You might be able to get into the quarterback derby at USC if things don't go well tonight. Cody Kessler and Max Whittick, they're trying to decide on one guy. Oklahoma has already done that with Trevor Knight.
First down and 10 at the 15. And OU staying on the ground. Damian Williams, he'll be lucky to get a yard. Nice pressure coming from Doug Rigg.
Watch Rigg here at linebacker position. Sees the play, flows with the ball, and a terrific tackle in the open field. Just ends it right there. Play done.
So no gain. Doug Rigg, senior from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Trevor Knight out of the gun.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's Thompson again.
And whatever he's doing, they've got to figure it out. Third penalty on Oklahoma this evening. Because a lot of times you're standing in a two-point stance and you can move a little bit as an offensive lineman trying to get the call. But once they get set and get established, it seems like you might be in motion a little bit too quickly.
Second down and 15. West Virginia showing blitz. Here they come. Knight breaks it down the sideline and finally chucked out of bounds at the 24 by Darwin Cook. Nice misdirection play.
And here we go again with the added dimension for Oklahoma. A quarterback in the run game. Something that really confounds defenses trying to account for the quarterback is very difficult.
A 14-yard pickup on 2nd and 15, so that brings up 3rd down and 1. And let's see, it'll be close.
I'm not so sure he got there.
Brennan Clay,
I don't think he did.
met at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Brown.
Look at the front of West Virginia and how they stack things up. You mentioned Shaq Rowell, number 90. Did you see how he took on 2? Number 90 for West Virginia took on 2 blockers and held the point of attack and didn't resist. And Doug Rigg also helped and finished off the play.
So the Sooners come up empty and will have to punt it away. Mario Alford back deep. Barnett. And Alford fumbled it. He muffed it. And Oklahoma has the football.
The Alford right there, it just goes right through his mitts. Trey Franks, a converted wide receiver, now a defensive back, is on the spot and comes up with the recovery. And now if you're Oklahoma and you're Josh Heupel, the offensive coordinator, a little bit disjointed as this game has been, I would think very seriously about taking a shot right now at one of the corners of West Virginia with one of my receivers.
Here's Heupel on the left, won the national championship. Co-offensive coordinator, he calls the plays. 1st down and 10 at the 32. Knight, flag on the play. Over the middle and incomplete.
Hey, that's a late hit. Offside. Defense, number 34, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Ishmael Banks, the right corner, lining up.
Expired on the last play. We'll have 1 untimed down.
And Oklahoma did take the shot, and that route seemed disjointed. Didn't it appear the 2 receivers were pretty much in the same spot, bringing the defense to them? They caught a break there with Banks lining up in the neutral zone from his cornerback position.
The final play of the 1st quarter. Williams. And they jitterbug his way down to the 21. A 4-yard gain, and that's the end of the 1st quarter with the score. West Virginia leading Oklahoma on the road 7-3. So we start the second quarter. West Virginia on top of OU, but the Sooners have the football at the Mountaineer 23-yard line, facing 2nd and 1. Trevor Knight, the redshirt freshman, at quarterback. Damian Williams, the pistol back. Here's Williams, straight ahead. Witkowski jumps off for a ride, but he picks up 6 yards on the play.
And it's no accident we're seeing pistol and quarterback run game. We were at the Cotton Bowl last year when they played Texas A&M, and all we heard was what? Trevor Knight impersonating Johnny Manziel, and he could do it very, very well. So the evolution of this offense probably started there. Joel Klatt talked about that in the pregame show, how they started to maneuver towards what we're seeing tonight.
Diamond formation. Knight, 3 carries, 32 yards. Here's a handoff. Williams over the right side. Cuts it in. Touchdown, OU.
The best football player for Oklahoma on offense is number 33, Trey Miller, coming right at you. You saw it blocked there. Look at him. He's continuing to block downfield to help Damian Williams into the end zone. The numbers will not show it for Millard, but he's the ultimate chess piece for their offense. They use him everywhere, and he's a devastating, punishing blocker.
The ruling on the field is touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
So look at this power set. Ripkowski, Millard. Ripkowski with a block in the line of scrimmage. Millard right there with 1 block. Look at the block downfield by Shepard. And then at the end, is he in before his knee touches? Knee was down right there as he's extending the football. They've got to get a view from the side there. Was the ball crossing the line as the knee was hitting? Here's another look. Knee down right there as he's extending the football. This could be our best shot right here. Knee down right there. I'm not sure the ball's crossed the plane of the goal line there. But remember, they called touchdown. Is it enough to overturn it? Is that a clear enough view to do that?
Let's bring in our rules analyst, Mike Pereira, in our Los Angeles studios. Mike, what do you think?
Well, I kind of, I think it's one of these things. I think he might be short, but then again, remember that they ruled this actually a touchdown. So if they ruled it a touchdown without a shot right down the line, can you absolutely prove with indisputable visual evidence that it's short? I just don't think that you can. If it was me, I don't think I would. Now, again, take a look. You're going to focus actually on the left knee. And now, do you have the ball at this point? Has it broken the plane?
From that shot,
it's a very tight play. Now they're going to stop it at that precise point when the knee first touches the ground.
I don't think you can overturn it, Mike.
After further review, the runner's knee was down short, and the ball was short of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal on the right hash, just inside the 1-yard line. 1st down.
I didn't think you'd be able to overturn it because it wasn't a clear shot.
Yeah. That's what I say without down the line. Now, I think it's short, and I said that initially, but again, it's kind of one of those, pretty tough to overturn.
All right, so Oklahoma on the goal line now.
They spent a lot of time in the offseason talking about becoming a better power running team. No better time to show it than right here, hunkering down.
1st down and goal at the 1. Williams, he won't get in. Beautiful pressure by the West Virginia defense. Jared Farber shot the gap and made a play, and it's a tackle for a loss.
And the big guys up front held the point of attack and actually created penetration into the backfield to allow Barber to come clean up. Rowell, number 90, Rose, 93, principal at the point of attack.
2nd down and goal at the 1. Knight, he'll pass it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miller. Trey Miller snuck out of the backfield and found a soft spot And this one will stand. And you keep telling us that Millard is the most talented offensive player on this OU football team.
He does it all for them. There he's at fullback, slipping out into the flat. Look at the soft hands catching the football. How often do you get a guy of his size and dimensions with the soft hands and also a hammerhead at the point of attack blocking? He does it all for them.
And Michael Honeycutt comes in to attempt the extra point. 13:35 to play, second quarter, and Oklahoma takes a 10-7 lead. Special teams a problem for West Virginia, and OU makes them pay. All right, tomorrow Fox NFL Sunday is back with a special 90-minute pregame show live from Times Square. Join Terry, Howie, and the guys as they reveal live which superstar performer will be this year's halftime act at Super Bowl 48. A full day of NFL action begins with Fox NFL Kickoff on Fox Sports 1 at 11 a.m. Eastern, followed by Fox NFL Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Smallwood and Alford back deep. They almost collide. This time Alford will get a chance. And he's upended at the 15-yard line. Let's take a look now at the KFC stat comparison brought to you by KFC, the official sponsor of Couchgating. KFC plus football equals Couchgating.
And both quarterbacks 50%, 4 for 8. But I have not seen Trevor Knight really get settled in the pocket and throw the football the way I saw him throw it Thursday in practice, Gus. Joel Klatt talked about this in the pregame show, about his footwork and trying to get that right. I'm still seeing a lot of the things that Joel pointed out in the pregame show coming to light here in the early going.
Dustin Garrison, number 29, enters the game for West Virginia, along with Smallwood. And they'll run it Smallwood straight ahead. But when West Virginia looks at this first quarter, they'll realize that a roughing the passer, roughing the kicker penalty resulted in 3 points, and a muff punt resulted in 7 points, and there you have it, 10-7.
And those are the errors that cost you ball games, and they were made with youthful exuberance. Alford, new to the football team, muffs the punt. Worley, a freshman, runs into the kicker, costing their team right now. They want them to play aggressive, but they want them to be smart about it.
Second down and 6 of the 18. And this one incomplete. Millard intended for the tight end, McCartney.
See how Zach Sanchez just jumped on the route, pretty much ended it right there. Started last week because Cortez Johnson was suspended. Played so well that Johnson can't get on the field in the early going here tonight, even though he's back up for this evening.
Third down and 6 of the 18. Millard, 4 of 9, 38 yards. They need to go to the 24 for a first down. Sims in motion. Millard lofting it to the near side. And caught at midfield. What a catch! Over the shoulder, Carswell. 33-yard gain.
Not only was the catch tremendous, how about this throw? Because the coverage by Sanchez is terrific. Look at Millard drop it right in the bucket. And the concentration by Carswell to come down with it with Sanchez draped on him. Well thrown, well caught.
First down and 10 at the OU 49. Here's Smallwood. And he'll power his way to the 41, an 8-yard pickup.
And that catch by Carswell is an example of what offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson has been preaching to his receivers. You're going to be covered very well in this ball game by Oklahoma. They're physically superior to what we saw last week from William & Mary. So in order for our offense to run, you have to make contested catches. It can't just be wide open catches, otherwise we can't move.
Second down and 3 at the 42. Sims a single setback. And they'll give it to him. Quick feet. Gets by the first tackler. Finally, though, Corey Nelson brings him down after a 1-yard gain.
These offenses have so many similarities, but the difference is Oklahoma has the mobility at quarterback, and Millard's mobility trying to buy a little more time in the pocket, but the biggest part of his mobility is his right arm.
At Flower Mound High School, he was the #1 rated passing quarterback in the nation his senior year, during which he completed 67% of his passes for over 4,000 yards. 3rd down and 2 at the 41.
Oklahoma saying they jumped.
False start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's a right tackle. Curtis Fight.
Originally from Germany. One of the few married players on the West Virginia roster. And actually one of the more experienced offensive linemen coming into this year. 6 career starts coming into tonight.
3rd down and 7 at the 46. Mountaineers need to go to the 39-yard line for a 1st down. Millard. And hit as he throws. And this is an incomplete pass. Gino Grissom raking the ball out of his hands.
The ruling on the field is fumble and a recovery by the defense.
Wow, I think they need to look at this one. I thought the arm was moving forward. Let's take a look from the backside. I think that's an incomplete pass. He's getting to it about the time the arm's coming forward, in my opinion. So to me, that's incomplete. That's Kaz Everett, number 23, knocking it free. But with the call on the field saying it's a fumble, I'm not sure you can overturn that one either. No, we got word. Mike Pereira saying it's a clear fumble, Gus. Hard to go against the guru.
Mike Stoops has to be pleased.
Evidence of the speed on the field now with the new style of defense and the pressure getting to the quarterback and creating a turnover. They're talking to Dana Holgorsen. Maybe he wants to challenge the call on the field.
West Virginia is challenging the ruling on the field of a fumble.
And the reason being, of course, if it's an incomplete pass, come back and you can punt it and change field position. Right now, Oklahoma's in good shape if they take over here.
So we'll take a quick break. 10:42 to play, 2nd quarter. With his arm moving forward, we'll see right after this. 10-7, and the officials have confirmed that this is a fumble.
Look to number 2, the tailback, Dreamer Smith, unable to block Kaz Everett, who causes the fumble on the backside. And when he gets to the bench, Dana Holgorsen's got a few words for him, because if you're going to play running back in a system that the quarterback has to be protected, you have to be a good pass protector.
1st down and 10 at the 49 now for Oklahoma. Boyd Finch comes in at tailback for the Sooners. And here's Finch running left, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Will Clark snuck into the backfield, and Eric Kinsey finally made the tackle.
It has been tough going up front against West Virginia's front. They have 3 down linemen too. Shaq Rowell, number 90 in the middle. Eric Kinsey, 45, and Will Clark flank him. Number 98 is Will Clark. They've made it difficult.
2nd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss at the 48. Knight over the middle. And a flag on the play at the 45.
Hear all that communication going on between center and quarterback and offensive line.
Illegal formation offense. Number 71 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Tyrus Thompson's having a tough time tonight. And Trevor Knight is also having a tough time because that ball, Darwin Cook appeared to be the intended receiver, not the defensive back. Oklahoma fortunate there that the ball went through Cook's mitts.
So that will make it 3rd down and 11. Brennan Clay back in. Standing next to Trevor Knight. Knight steps into his throw, and a beauty it is. Bester gets to the 20, fumbled it, and West Virginia jumps on it. The Mountaineers have it. Oklahoma turns it over for the first time. And how about that? Darwin Cook returns the favor.
And how about just when Trevor Knight steps up and makes a big throw on 3rd and 11, looks good, completes it. Bester gets additional yardage and then lets it go at the end of the play. Look at the end of the play there. Number 26, Travis Bell's on the scene, but from behind, that's Isaiah Bruce hustling to knock it free. And Cook comes in and cleans it up with the recovery.
Well, both these teams losing a lot. Geno Smith had 98 career touchdown passes, most in school history for West Virginia. Landry Jones was the only player in FBS history to pass for 3,000 yards and throw 26 touchdown passes in 4 different seasons. Geno Smith will start tomorrow for the Jets. Landry Jones drafted by the St. Louis Rams. First down and 10 of the 18. Here's a handoff to Sims. And Sims crosses the 20 up to about the 22.5-yard line.
They put on some fireworks last year, didn't they? I mean, we had like 7 lead changes. In the last 4 minutes, excuse me, probably 4th lead change, I believe, in the last 7 minutes of the game, and went right down to the wire. But a different style we're seeing tonight from both offenses as they're breaking in new quarterbacks trying to find their way.
Dreamer Smith, number 2, back in the game in the backfield for West Virginia on 2nd and 6. They give it to Sims, and he's bottled up and taken down for a loss. That's a loss of 5 yards on the play. Eric Stryker, first man to him.
Now the line of scrimmage got crowded there. Stryker, number 19, from the right side of your screen. But the guy who made the play initially was Jordan Phillips, number 80. With a penetration from the defensive tackle position, he flushed it and spilled it right into the arms of Stryker. And Dana Holgorsen has a big 3rd down call coming now.
They need 11 yards. Millard will throw it underneath. Ball is caught, but not enough for his first down. Jordan Thompson with the reception.
That's a good tackle right there, underneath in the coverage. Ball's caught. Guys put down on the spot. No run after catch. Couldn't get the first down.
Nick O'Toole will send it away. Jalen Saunders, the return man. He'll come up. Fielded on the run. Gets to midfield. Breaks it back and goes down inside West Virginia territory. A 37-yard punt and a 16-yard return. Now don't forget, coming up at halftime, it's the Pizza Hut halftime with Rob Stone, Eddie George, and Joel Platt. They'll bring you all the news and highlights from around college football.
Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney chasing Aaron Murray. The first start of the year for Johnny Football against Sam Houston State. Miami and Florida, they waged a good one today. Now, how about the field position tonight, Gus? Have you noticed how it's creeping more and more in favor of Oklahoma? Where they're getting the ball in favorable spots to start offense?
They'll start from the West Virginia 43. Brennan Clay. Beautiful tackle by Will Clark. Diving at Clay and just grabbing his shirt and bringing him down.
To me, it seems like both defensive coordinators have a pretty good line on what the offenses are running right now on first down. I think both quarterbacks are going to be asked now to make some first down throws as this game goes along, because these first down runs, you're not getting enough to stay ahead of the chains.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 at the 45. Knight steps up in the pocket, wants to run, picks up the first down, and goes down at the 32. A 13-yard gain. Cook and Banks with the tackle.
Now watch Trevor Knight. Now look at this. Look at that gap and that vision he has to be able to flush. You have to take that if a defense gives it to you. You step up, you vault through it, and you hurt the defense picking up the first down with your legs.
First down and 10 at the 31. Here's Clay. And Shaq Rao, number 90, coming up with the tackle after 2-yard pickup.
Another first down run that doesn't net you a whole lot. I think both offensive coordinators are going to have to put the ball in the hands of their quarterbacks a little bit more on first down to try and loosen up these defensive fronts.
2nd down and 8. Knight runs it again. And this time he's gobbled up quickly by Doug Rigg.
Did that appear to you that he really wanted to throw the ball on that play?
Not at all.
That appeared like a one-step hop and let's go. I don't know if that was designed that way, but it certainly appeared at first blush from up here.
As a senior at Ronald Reagan High School in San Antonio, he threw for 2,000 yards and rushed for 943 yards and 15 touchdowns. Knight was ranked as the 6th best dual-threat quarterback coming out of high school. 3rd down and 4 at the 25. Finch in at tailback. Knight lost it. Loose ball. West Virginia forcing the fumble. What a hit by Golson. Dislodging the ball, and the Mountaineers have it again. Each team with 2 turnovers.
It'll come from the backside. Golson, number 2. And that's a clear fumble to me. Arms never coming forward. And knocks it clean. And West Virginia creates the turnover.
Will Clark with the recovery. This West Virginia defense looking mean. Welcome back. Great play by Golson. 10-7 Oklahoma. West Virginia with the football at their own 38. Millard handing it off to Garrison. And he'll pick up a couple. Let's take a look at the fumble.
Okay, here's Brandon Golson. Now, this play was terrific, as you talked about. But watch how it could have been better. Golson unblocked, gets to the quarterback. Big hit. Now look at him. He's posing. Turn around and help pick up the football and help your teammates get it downfield. That could have been a winning play for you. There's Keith Parrish. Congratulations. Get off the field. But when he watches film, he's going to say, nice hit. Now block someone. Help your guy get back downfield.
2nd down and 9. Smallwood. And a yard pickup.
And now we're in a favorable down and distance for Oklahoma's defense. If you're Mike Stoops, do you go back to trying to heat him up? You caused a fumble on a 3rd and long last time. Do you try and go back and get him again?
3rd down and 8. At the 40, the Oklahoma defense getting stronger as this game goes on. Smallwood in motion. Millard sprints out, can't get it there. Smallwood, the intended receiver. And the Mountaineers unable to capitalize off the turnover. They're 3 and out. Nick O'Toole will punt for the 4th time. Jalen Saunders back deep at his own 20. O'Toole driving this one. Saunders from the 5. And Saunders crosses the 10, gets up to the 14, a 54-yard punt and an 8-yard return. Now let's go downstairs to Pink.
Hey, Gus. Trevor Knight just taking that big hit there in the game. On the sideline, trainer Scott Anderson taking a look at his right middle finger. He's going to continue to play, but it looks like it's been bothering him. He's been messing with it here on the sideline. They're looking at it continuously. He's going to play through it, but something to keep an eye on here during the game.
Knight back on the field. Thank you very much, Christina. His backup, Blake Bell, who is the incumbent to replace Landry Jones. There's Blake, very disappointed in not getting the opportunity, but he's staying ready. First down at their own 14 for OU. And they'll hand it off. Williams. Dontrell Hyman coming up and making the play.
You notice all the pistol sets that we're seeing out of Oklahoma. They've watched other people start to decide they want to do it, so they brought in the master, Chris Hall, in the offseason and spent 2 days helping them put it in.
Second down and 8. And Knight throwing a strike to Bester. This time he holds on to the football.
Looks like they're trying to go a little bit quicker now, a little bit quicker pace and tempo on offense.
Hand it off. Williams will lean forward and pick up a first down.
Now, one of the things that the pistol offense is supposed to give you is better downhill runs, straight ahead, rather than the side-to-side things that you get out of a lot of gun offenses. Tonight, though, Oklahoma's had trouble getting downhill and creating creases in the defensive front of West Virginia.
First down and 10. Knight to throw. Over the middle and caught Saunders. Saunders tripped up. After a 31-yard gain, he had plenty of daylight if he could have kept his footing.
That little bit of getting to Jalen Saunders prevented the touchdown, and I'll guarantee you Trevor Knight's finger feels a lot better after that completion.
Now they'll swing it out to Saunders again with a gap. Flag on the play as he goes down at the 36.
Flag was thrown where they were blocking on the perimeter, the wide receiver on the defensive back. Appeared to be the spot that the flag was thrown.
And Bruce is down.
Not good news for West Virginia. One of their best defensive players moved from inside linebacker to an outside position. They call it the spur, a glorified strong safety outside linebacker spot where they can take advantage of his speed and blitzing ability. He caused the fumble, remember, a couple of possessions ago.
There is no foul on the play for a block below the waist. Second down.
So Isaiah Bruce being tended to. Back in a moment. Isaiah Bruce walking off on his own. That's a good sign, trying to stretch out that right leg. Don't forget, coming up on the Pizza Hut halftime report, Rob Stone, Eddie George, and Joel Klatt will break down the second week of college football for you. I kind of like Joel and Eddie when they're together. We got a quarterback and a running back. They're doing a little play action today.
Yes, and Eddie right now I don't think is real thrilled watching what he's seeing out of the running games of both teams. I think he wants to see a little more action with these backs and see if the lines can move the defensive fronts.
First down and 10 at the 35.
Definite change of play there when he goes down the line of scrimmage.
Play. Hurting him. And he'll get to the 30. Witkowski with the tackle.
One of the better first down runs Oklahoma's had in their last few possessions. That's what you want in a first down run. 2nd and 5 now. Open your playbook and you go quicker.
They'll run it again the same way. Running play.
And Wes Tonkery running the play down from the backside. Coming into the game, number 37.
Third down and 5. OU 4 of 9 on third down conversion.
See if the pressure comes from West Virginia here to try and get to the young quarterback.
Knight on the run, throwing, and a catch again by Saunders. Jalen Saunders really stepping up his play in the second quarter.
The leader of the wide receivers group, their best wide receiver, and also helping pick up a young quarterback who's having some accuracy issues. Look at him go down and turn that into a completion.
Saunders 4 catches for 60 yards.
Yeah, it popped up, so they're probably going to take a look at that one.
The ruling on the field was a completed catch. The previous play is under further review.
At least they caught it before another play was run. Earlier in the game, they didn't do that. Saunders goes down. He's got his hands underneath. And as he bumps up, the ball pops up a little, but he kept possession. I'm not sure the ball ended up hitting the ground. Let's take a look here. Catches it. Goes down, has it protected. We can't see there. You see how it pops up, but it stays in the frame of his body, not to the ground. I think this catch will stand. My percentage hasn't been all that great tonight, but I'm taking another shot, partner.
That's okay. You're allowed. Saunders last week against Louisiana Monroe, 3 catches for 30 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
And a couple of drops that kept him up that night.
2012, he missed the first 4 games of the season after transferring from Fresno State, and was still the team's 3rd leading receiver.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
Cradles it as he turns. Ball pops up a little bit, but it stays there with his body. Catch stands, as it was just announced by the referee, Mike DeFee.
So first down for Oklahoma, 1:11 to go in the first half. Sooners have 2 timeouts. Saunders at the bottom of your screen. There's a running game. First down. No, make that Damian Williams. First down.
Looks like OU has found something on the right side of the line. The last 2 first down runs were to the right side. 5 yards on one and a big pickup there.
Another first down for the Sooners at the West Virginia 12. Damian Williams remains in the game as the pistol back. He'll lean forward. Keeps his feet moving. Hard to bring down. Witkowski, first man to him as he gets inside the 10. With 25 seconds remaining in the half.
Oklahoma chewing up time. But if West Virginia forces a field goal attempt, even if made, they leave here feeling great. New rules on defense, right? The way that we play defense now, you throw out the yardage totals, forget all that stuff. Can you force them to have field goal attempts instead of giving up touchdowns? As many points are being scored in college football today.
So for Oklahoma, last year they recovered from an upset loss at home to Kansas State in the Big 12 opener, finished 10-3 and tied for the conference title with an 8-1 record. Lost to Notre Dame and to Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl.
Remember, Oklahoma has 1 timeout left here, so they've got 1 if they need to use it in order to run their field goal unit out on the field. West Virginia out of timeouts here in the half.
Second down and 7. Knight wants to run it, does, and dives forward, tapped down inside the 5 by Carl Joseph. And now Oklahoma will use its final timeout with 18 seconds remaining.
Good tackle all the way around. That was number 8, Carl Joseph, with the initial tackle. Trevor Knight felt that. Joseph, a sophomore, was terrific last year. 104 tackles as a first-year starter as a true freshman. Knight getting a little extra work on the sideline. And you know, we didn't see the Blake Bell Belldozer package at all against Louisiana Monroe, the short yardage package that became so famous over the last couple of seasons. Here at Oklahoma, they felt like with Trevor Knight's mobility, they wanted to run their package without it. And still not clutching his helmet and running in to run it tonight is Blake Bell.
3rd down and 1 at the 3. No timeouts remaining for Oklahoma.
If he throws it, can't take a sack here.
Brennan Clay in the backfield with Knight. Will he run it again? Here's Knight. Throws in the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Saunders. Covered by Travis Bell. And the Sooners will play it safe and bring on Michael Honeycutt to attempt the field goal. Honeycutt has hit a 44-yarder. This one will be from 21 yards away. And it's good. 11 seconds remaining. Oklahoma taking a 13-7 lead over West Virginia. Back to Norman after this. Closing moments of the first half. Oklahoma with a 13-7 lead. Now, this year Fox Sports Supports is proud to partner with Stomp Out Bullying, the leading national anti-bullying organization for kids and teens in the U.S. Stomp Out Bullying focuses on preventing bullying and digital abuse. It educates against racism and hatred, deters violence in school and online, and helps at-risk students. To learn how you can help, visit stompoutbullying.org. 11 seconds to go in the first half from Norman. Conference opener for OU and West Virginia. Mountaineers will get another crack at it. Alford brings it out of the end zone. Tries to get outside. Great pursuit and nice special teams play. Nicely done by Trey Franks, the converted wide receiver, who's now a defensive back.
Franks has had 2 nice plays tonight. Recovered the fumble on the muff punt by Alford. And how about the open field tackle here on the kickoff? And if you're Oklahoma, don't just line up here, Gus, and just think, okay, clock runs out. Get prepared. If there's a fumbled snap here, you've got an opportunity from 5 yards out. If you're West Virginia, snap it, surround your quarterback, and don't let anything bad happen.
West Virginia will play it safe, take a knee, and that will take us to the end of the first half. West Virginia defense improved, but mistakes on special teams cost them. Oklahoma taking advantage, 13-7 the score at the break. Now we'll send you to the Pizza Hut halftime. Here is Rob Stone.